Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for this episode 10 here on Silverrun with me, Farmer Murphy. Well, you can see we're up here at the sawmill this morning, and I've also called the train because I've checked the prices on our sawmill products and our products that we've made down at our productions in town, and it turns out the best price is in Elm Creek, so I thought we might as well make a train load of it. So I've loaded up our three of our prefab walls. I think that still leaves us, yeah, two there in stock, and some of our planks I mentioned last episode. I thought we could sell some of those off. And from town, I brought the pepper grinders, some floor tiles, the buckets, and the barrels. So we're going to send those off to Elm Creek. That should be a pretty nice payday. Once I get that done, I am going to load up some of these planks and some of the long planks and this one pallet of beams that we have and take those to our productions in town to stock them up. And I'll just do that off camera. I've showed that lots. I have filled all of our productions with raw wood. I did that at the end of the day yesterday, or the end of our last episode. So that's all been done. So I think once we send this train off, what I'll do is we will just jump through to the first day of April and we'll let our productions chug away. We might have more products to sell at that point, and maybe we'll have a little farm work. We'll see. So we'll just head this way. It's the shortest route. It'll relieve this traffic jam. It's not going to take very long here, and we'll be popping off the map, I imagine. There we go. Let's see what we get. Nice. I'll take that. So that was a pretty nice payday. We haven't gotten any cardboard or paper rolls yet that we can sell. So that'll enhance our payday even more when that happens. So I'm going to load up these few planks, pallets, and beams, take them down to our productions in town. And like I said, I think I'll just skip right through till April 1st, and I'll meet up with you then, and we'll see what we got going on at that point. So we'll see you then. Well, April 1st finds us back up here at the sawmill again. I have loaded up 6 planks long to take to our productions in town. It's the barrel factory, the wood turner, and the flooring factory all need those. It's going through those at a pretty good rate, actually. And then I have 4 wood beams finally have come out of our sawmill, and that is what we need to finish this stage of the roller coaster, unless of course we're short 1 liter or no liters as we were last time. So I'm going to take and deliver these, and then we have 1 pallet of cloth. So we'll pick that up and we'll take that over to the ship or our boat building facility. And then I think we're going to jump ahead again. There's no farming ready to be done, and our productions are still pretty full with the raw wood. So I think we'll jump a couple 3 days ahead again, and then we should have enough products that merits calling the train and sending another load off. So I will catch up with you down at the spinnery, and we'll get that cloth loaded up and delivered after I drop these off. So we'll see you then. Well, there we go. Our first 1,000 liters of fabric. I think for our boat we need, I believe it was 3,600 liters, but when we deliver this, we'll confirm that. It appears that our sheep are keeping up with the spinnery, so I think we'll be okay in that regard. After we deliver this, we'll jump ahead a few days again. At that point, we'll have products that we should be selling off, and I suspect the train will still have the best price, so we'll call the train in, or if not, we'll deliver them to where they need to go. probably only take 2 or 3 days, I imagine, and the roller coaster will have worked through those beams, and we'll know what we need to deliver next. So that will be interesting. I think it's time to give this outfit a wash. Oh, shoot. Oh, looks like we have to turn the field info on. Just hang on 1 second. There we go. Now we can see what we need. Yeah, it is 3,600 liters that we needed. So we are going to need 3 more pallets of that. So that's still going to take a little while. But it is what it is. All right. Well, I guess I will leave you there for the time being because there's not going to be much going on but jumping ahead. And we'll catch up with you at that point. We're on our way back down from the sawmill again. I have jumped ahead a couple days, as you can see. I have a load of beams on here because our roller coaster needs 0 liters of beams again. So we're going to drop these off. Then I'll speed up time a little bit until they get processed, and we'll know what we need to deliver for the next stage. We do have a fair bit of products kicking around, so we'll be able to get that done. So I'll see you in a little bit. Well, there we go. We have processed our wood beams. We've got our next steps, and we need planks long, barrels, and buckets, and we have some of each of those. We just need 1 pallet of each, but we need chair, table, and shingles, and those are 2 other factories. uh, I was kind of hoping to buy a tractor with that money we have up there, 162,000. I guess we're going to buy more productions. But I'm going to bring down those items that we do have and throw them in so it can process on those, and then load up the train with um, the products that we have to sell, and see where we're at financially after they're gone, and see what productions we buy. Because I took a quick look. Um, the furniture factory is 110 grand and the shingle factory is 70 grand. So we'll see if we should get enough money to buy both of them. And then, of course, we'll need to fill them up. So, but I'll get those products sold. And when we're ready to buy those productions, I'll bring you back in. Well, I made the deliveries to the roller coaster. That brought our money up to 172,000. And then I thought, before I go and sell off a bunch of products, I should probably buy these productions so I don't inadvertently sell something we need. So the furniture factory is the most expensive of the 2, so we'll go ahead and grab that one. And we'll take a look at what it needs: planks, long, metal, and planks. All right, well, we have some of each of those, so we can get that delivered. Now, we don't have quite enough money for the shingle factory, but what I'm going to do is I am going to borrow enough that we can purchase that, and we'll see what it needs, and we'll make the delivery there as well. And then whatever else we have left over, we'll sell off. So I'll borrow some shekels, and I'll meet you over at the shingle factory. Okay, here we are at the shingle factory. I borrowed 20,000 so we can purchase this. So let's go ahead and do that. And oh, shoot, planks long. I was hoping it would be some raw wood again, but nope, planks long. So that'll put a little more pressure on our sawmill for that particular product, but it is what it is. So I will get delivered what I can to these two productions, so they're on the go, and then whatever's left, I will sell off. Probably on the train. It seems like it has the best price these days. And that leaves us only, I think, about two productions left on the map to purchase. And then, of course, we wanted to add the dairy and the BGA at our place. And that'll round out productions. But that'll be a little bit. Got to make some more money first. So I'll get all this done. I think I'll just do it off camera. Showing enough of that on camera for today, I think. And we'll see where our money's at. And I'll bring you back in then. So we'll see in a little bit. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to May. I have jumped the time forward again a little bit. So we need to get you all caught up. We're up here where I've been clear cutting the logs off. Say that fast 10 times. And I hauled two loads out of here this morning to top up our productions that require the raw logs. I also have hauled some iron ore for our furnace, our iron furnace up there, and some long planks to all the productions in town that use long planks. So that's all been done today. As you can see, our money has come up nicely. That is because when I left you, I was going to load up the train and we had some paper rolls and cardboard rolls to sell along with some iron. So I loaded all that on the train and we got a $135,000 payday for the products we had. So that was a nice surprise. I'll take that. And then this morning, I loaded up what excess products we had and sold them locally. I didn't think it merited using the train, and we got a little over 40 grand for that. So that's where about close to between 170 and 180,000 dollars came from. And I will meet you in town and explain where the rest of the money came from. So I'll see you there. Well, here we are downtown. And I forgot to mention earlier that the roller coaster is waiting on tables and chairs and shingles. And the shingles and chairs are all complete, but we're just waiting for the tables at the furniture factory. And there is only about 30 liters to go. So I've got our trailer and our skid steer sitting there. And later today, the tables should be done and we'll be able to load those up and complete the current stage of the roller coaster. So that's something we've got to do later today. But right now we're down here at the Great Woods Gallery, and if we come in here and take a look, not all that impressive. I must say, kind of underwhelming. Apparently when the town went into decline, there was a artist who had donated a bunch of artwork to put on display here, and when he vamoosed, he took all that with him, and that left nothing for the gallery to show. And this, at one time, I gather, was a big tourist attraction for the town. So one of the counselors were up at Mikey's place, and Mikey had a hobby, and he did chainsaw sculpting and wood sculpting. And when the counselor found out about that, they offered to purchase the artwork from Mikey. And they said that for every sculpture he provided, they'd pay 50 grand. That crazy amount of sum, if you ask me. But they did. So they paid Mikey 50 grand for this fish. So that is one, whoops, pricey fish. I guess I must have jumped up on the pedestal there. So anyways, that got Mikey all excited. So he's busy up at his place going great guns making these things. And over the last few weeks, he's actually had a little workshop put in that he can work in. So he's busy doing that. And I saw his workshop and it is pretty neat. So I think we'll take a run up there and have a look at it, because I was thinking it's basically a garage that I put one of those in up at my place. So let's run up there and take a look at that. And so I'll meet you up there. Well, here we are up at Mikey's place, and this is the building he had put in over the last few weeks. And I think that is pretty slick. I wanted to put a garage in up at my place, but I wasn't sure what to put in. And I thought, man, this would work out really well. So we sold that first art piece that he had done for 50,000. So we put this in, and so that came out of that 50, and we paid our $10,000 loan, as you may recall, that we had. So that brought us to the 200,000 where we're at now. And now, to be fair, Mikey's working on some sculptures that are much larger than the fish. So I guess it'll all work out. And I guess the town knows that we're just going to take the money and invest it back in the town anyway. So not complaining. We go in, but we don't want to bother Michelangelo when he's busy working. The only downside is that leaves me to do most of the other work. But hey, not much of a change. But don't tell Mikey I said so. But anyways, we've got some farming to do. Our grass is ready to be cut, and we are going to go buy a new tractor to do that with. So we'll have a dedicated farm tractor. We can leave the Volvo up there working in the forestry area. So let's head down to the shop and we'll do that. So we'll see you down there. Well, here we are down at the store. So if we go in here and take a look, what I think we're going to buy is, where is it hiding? There it is. This Volvo right here, or Volvo, Kubota. I actually haven't used any of these other than on contracts occasionally. At 168 horsepower, that's what, about almost 30 more? Yeah, almost 30 more than the Volvo. I believe the Volvo's about 140. So for our haying work and the yard work that we have to do around around what is our farm right now, I think that'll do just fine. So I think we'll put Vaderstein. We'll do widen weights. What's the warning? Is that European? Yeah, it's European, so we won't bother with that. 3-point toucher, that's good. We want to keep that. Shouldn't need a front loader, and we do need the Azaria sensors on there because we're going to do precision farming. So that right there, we will take. And there it is. Our first dedicated farm tractor. Our little Kubota skid steer has worked really, really well for us. So I think that's why we'll stick with this, because the brand's been working good for us so far. So let's get hooked up to our mower and out to our field. I think this will be the first time we've actually gotten to use our bridge as we intended since we put it in, I believe. I could be wrong about that because it's been in for a little while, but I just don't recall if we've been across it with any of our equipment yet or not. Our sheep still seem to be keeping up with the wool, although just barely, but they are, so that's good. And I think we're due to have some new bursts there here pretty quick, I believe. Not that it'll help us with the wool in the short term, but down the road it certainly will. Well, here we are. There's no point in delaying. We might as well get after it. Now, I think we'll turn this all into hay again this time. But once I get this off, we are going to get ourselves a plow or some such. Oh, I see there's a stump I missed. I'll have to get that. And we'll turn this into a proper field so we can, we'll need to lime it and fertilize it, pick the rocks off it. Oh, speaking of which, I guess I should haul some water to our lime production so we can get our lime made, because there's no sense buying it for this field when we can make it. So maybe I'll do that once I get this cut, so it's got some time to process. So anyways, like I was saying, we'll turn it into a proper grass field. And the next cut off of it will probably turn to silage at that point, even though likely, I shouldn't say that, we might have the BJ because it's not terribly expensive. It's 135,000 to what I want to put in. And if we get another train load of materials to sell like we had a few weeks ago, that pays for our BGA. So anyways, we'll likely silage that. But I think we'll hay this again for the sheep. And that'll give us a good stock of bales. Oh, went a little past the edge of the field there, but I am going to plow this out, so it's going to be a little bit larger. Now you can, I know, swivel this, and that's actually probably the proper thing to do here. Is, let me see here, turn it like this, so you're not running over the grass before you cut it. Like so, something like that. Anyways, you know what? Did show you quite a bit of this when we did it last time. What I'll probably do is get this mowed, and then we'll haul some water. So I'll bring you in for that, because I'm going to have to buy a trailer of some sort to haul that water with, I believe. And then I'll just kind of maybe do a bit of a montage of the rest of the grass work. So we'll see in a little bit. Well, there we go. The little Kubota worked just fine on that. It's not really all that little. It's a 168 horsepower tractor. But I realized we actually didn't take a good look at the interior on this when we bought it. And it's actually pretty nice. Nothing wrong with that at all. Had no issue with the mower. Of course, I wasn't expecting any. The Volvo had no issue, and I think it's only 140 horsepower. Now we will at some point have to buy a larger tractor, probably something around 300 plus horsepower. That won't be a Kubota, but like I say, for our grass work and working around the yard, this is going to work just fine, I think. Well, I'm going to get this parked up, and then there's a couple things I want to do before we end this episode. So what I think I'll do is I'll start the next episode with a montage of finishing up that grass work. I think our tables should be done, so we can load up the table and chairs and the shingles and take and drop them off at the roller coaster. So that's what I'll do next. And then we'll get ourselves a water tanker, and we'll get the lime under production, because once we get that field broken up, we'll need to put lime on it. So I will get this parked up, and I'll meet you at the furniture factory. See you then. Yes, sir. We're here at the furniture factory, and there's our table and our chairs. And I already have the shingles on the trailer, so I'm going to get these loaded up, and we'll deliver them to the roller coaster. And I can't imagine it's going to take it very long. Whoa, whoa, whoa. to work its way through these, so I suspect when we come back in tomorrow, we'll know what the next stage holds in store for us. I'm going to get that on there a little straighter than that. Wow, I know you guys have seen lots of this loading and unloading, so I'm going to go ahead and get the chairs loaded up, and I'll get these delivered to the roller coaster, and I'll meet up with you at the store where we'll get a tanker so we can get some water to our line production. So I'll see you there. Well, there, as you can see, we have more than enough materials to complete this stage, because we delivered 1,000 liters of chairs, tables, and actually 2,000 liters of shingles, and it's under 1,000 for each of those, so we're not going to get hung up with any 0 liters required, I wouldn't think. But I also thought I'd show you, it's really looking like a roller coaster now. Man. Now, I thought it was 11 stages to complete it, if I'm recollecting correctly, and I actually haven't kept track, but it certainly looks like a roller coaster. So don't think there's going to be too many more stages left, but anyways, it is what it is. We'll just keep plugging away on that. But let's run over to the store, because we need to get ourselves a water trailer or tanker. And I actually have one picked out here. And if we go in here and look, it's actually under miscellaneous. And it's right towards the end. Right there. Now it's just a modified version of the in-game Abbey trailer. The only difference is the products it'll hold. It can take slurry, digestate, milk, diesel, water, lime, or liquid fertilizer, and herbicide. So other than that, that's the only difference. Same price, same capacity. So I will get this configured up, and we will get that purchased, and we're going to haul some water to our line production and get that going. And I think that'll actually work right there. Oh, I think I wanted to change the rims. Yeah, I like those rims a little better. All right, that'll do. We'll buy that. So we'll get that hooked to our trailer. Now, I'm pretty sure the standard Abbey would pull water out of a pond or lake, so I'm hoping this one will. We're going to find out anyway. So next episode is going to be a real farming episode, because like I said, I'll start off with a montage of that grass work. Then we're going to work that field up and turn it into a proper field, which means we may need to rock pick it. We'll see. We're going to need to lime it, we need to seed it, and we need to roll it. And we don't have any of the equipment to do that with. So we're going to need to buy a bunch of equipment as well, or lease. I think what I'll do is I'll actually skip to the third, because we're getting close on those paper and cardboard rolls again, and that should give us a little bit more metal we could possibly sell, and that'll help mitigate those costs a little bit. So I think I might do that, because that'll still give us more than enough time to get that field turned around. Oh, that was a terrible backup job there. Terrible. And it don't need to be that high in the sky either. Now hopefully it's not too steep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see if that will work. Ah, perfect. Nice. So, yep, next episode, I'll get all the non-farming things done, and we'll just concentrate on farming and getting farming gear. So, be a refreshing change of pace. We got some rocks still at my place to pick up, and once we break the rocks down where we're logging, there's a bunch there as well. So don't think we'll be needing to buy any lime. I don't know if there's a sell point where we can actually sell it and make money on here. Let's just take a quick look if we've got a spot that we can sell lime. Curious. Lime. No, no. So it'll just be for our own use unless we put another sell point in. Oh, you know what else we need to check is how much water do we need here? There, lime production. Oh, we might as well turn it on. Oh, so a little bit more than half. So 20, 24. Well, maybe I'll haul 4 more loads. That'll put 30,000 in here. That's for sure more than enough. So I'll go ahead and get that done and put 4 more loads in. But I think we'll call it an episode there. So if you're still with me, I really appreciate you watching. If you found it entertaining or informative in any way, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to see when other content like this lands, hit that old notification bell. And feel free to comment if you wish. But for now, we'll call that a wrap. And until next time, it's Farmer Murphy signing out.